I don't know. Yes. Out there in YouTube land on Basketball England's YouTube channel, and welcome to the Solent Sports Complex for the first of this afternoon's Lynch Trophy semi-final matchups. This first game tipping off at 3 o'clock between Team Solent Kestrels and the Worthing Thunder, and at 4 o'clock Thames Valley Cavaliers take on Loughborough in the second semi-final. Story of this first semi-final, how both teams got here. Solent Kestrels unbeaten in the Lynch Trophy with a 4-0 record. Worthing Thunder coming in with a 3-1 record, that one defeat being a 33-point mauling at the hands of Team Solent Kestrels. 96-69. This is in fact the fourth matchup between these two teams this season, already having met once, as I said, in the Lynch Trophy and twice in NBL Division 1. Again, Team Solent Kestrels emerging on top in those all of those previous fixtures. Both teams undergoing some significant changes since then. Worthing Thunder, having lost Cameron Hildreth, moving to Surrey, where in all the games in action that I've seen, he's improving. His game's coming on leaps and bounds. Team Solent Kestrels in a slightly different situation, injury ravaged, you can almost say. Luke Gosney, Luke Bazumbury having been out for the last 2 weeks, and Elliot Dadd sustaining a foot injury in the victory against Reading Rockets yesterday evening. Kestrels also continue to have Jack O'Keefe deputising as head coach, with Matt Guyman off on paternity leave. The teams for this afternoon's game: for the Kestrels, 0 is Ian Smith, 4 is Orland Jackman, 5 is Zach Missouri, 6 Elias Porman, 8 Brendan Okoronkwo, 10 Andre Arisol, 12 Kai Walker, 13 Chris Scarlett, 14 Jonathan Lashley, 21 Travis Charles. As I said, coached by Jack O'Keefe and assisted by Sylvain Dono, and the performance analyst, really fairly fresh back from Great Britain duties, is Adam Sewell. For Worthing Thunder, number 2 is Max Richardson, number 3 Nick Bellon, number 5 Brandon Larriere, number 6 Josh Goddard, 7 Ishmael Fontaine, 8 Dominic Ives, 10 Jack Sunderland, 11 Zaire Taylor, 14 Josh Brown, 31 Kieran Farrell, 35 Howard Crawford, and 55 Tom Ward. The officials for this afternoon's game: the crew chief is Tim Brown, umpires are Ian Lester and Del Perkins. On the table, scorer is Kirsty Ballinger, timekeeper is Nigel Wilkinson, and 24-second shot clock operator is Ollie Jerram. TSK playing already yesterday evening in National League Division 1, defeating Reading Rockets with a really well-balanced scoring attack, coming quick out the blocks, putting 35 points on the board in the first quarter. And in the trophy so far, Elliot Dadds, as we mentioned, missing from this afternoon's clash, leads all of TSK with minutes, playing almost 30 minutes a game. And they're certainly going to miss his defensive work and his 6.3 assists that he wrapped up during the Lynch Trophy. So Kestrels starting 5, we have Ian Smith, Brendan Okoronkwo, Orland Jackman, Andre Arisol, Travis Charles. For the Thunder with Max Richardson, Zaire Taylor, Tom Ward, Jack Sunderland, and Howard Crawford. We have to think that Worthing will look to get Howard Crawford involved early on. It'll just be a moment while the players take the knee. And taking the knee and continuing support that racism or any kind of inequality is not acceptable. So here we go, about game first semi-final about to get underway here at the SSC. The Lynch Trophy, who will be the first to stake their claim for a finals place. You've got to think Worthing Thunder, with all of the Kestrels injuries, must be fancying their chances this afternoon. We'll see if they can come out and get a quick start out of the blocks. Here we go, Tim Brown going to toss it up. Orland Jackman and Howard Crawford. Worthing Thunder with first possession. Tom Ward, defended by Brendan Okoronkwo. Sunderland. Ward skips the screen, puts up the twos, no good. Taylor, good work on the offensive boards. He's going to look to back Aerosol down. Nice pass to Howard Crawford for the two. And Kestrels turn it over. First offence. Stark contrast there to Worthing, patient, controlled. Zaya Taylor knowing exactly where Crawford was. Aerosol not expecting the pass from Smith. Richardson's going to go to work on Jackman. Tries to draw the foul, no good. Gets the shot up, that's good. Thunder out to a quick 4-0 lead. Kestrels, of course, undefeated in the last 2 years. 53-game run now in the National Basketball League. Cup games, of course, very, very different. And as we said, Thunder must be fancying their chances with Kestrels' injury problems. Taylor to Richardson on the wing for three on the way. He makes it. 7-0 Thunder out to a quick start. Minute and a quarter gone. Charles down low, defended by Crawford. Okoronkwo in the corner for three is good. Okoronkwo replying against his former club with the three. Great atmosphere here in an otherwise empty SSC. Both teams on their feet, encouraging their teams whether on offense or defense. Taylor backing down Aerosol to Richardson on the other wing. Three on the way. He makes that. Two back-to-back threes for Max Richardson. 10-3 to the Thunder. Jackman, Aerosol on the point up the top. Thunder in the zone, forcing the outside shooting. That's off from Aerosol. Only Jackman going to the boards. An easy rebound for Crawford. Crawford up high. Sunderland asking for the screen. Gets it to Taylor. Skip pass. Ward this time for three on the wing is no good. Aerosol gets up to the boards. Smith penetrates. Turns it over to Sunderland. Passes ahead. Richardson. Smith commits the foul. Richardson's going to go to the line to shoot two. Makes the first. Worthing Thunder quick out the traps this afternoon in this afternoon's game. Outstanding high percentage scoring. Sees them with a 12-3 lead. Ian Smith's going to drive. Left-hand layup's no good. Travis Charles contests it. Gets the putback off the boards. Thunder scoring 66% from the field at the moment. Looking good, looking very good for their 14-5 lead. Inside to Jackman on the post, kicks it to Aerosol on the wing, puts up the three. Aerosol streams it from the right-hand corner. Sunderland defended by Smith. Here's Smith putting the pressure on. Ward gets it down low. Taylor spins on Aerosol. Too easy for Zaya Taylor. Travis Charles too late with the help. Taylor with another two. Skip pass to Aerosol on the wing. Get Jack Sunderland being called for the trip. Worthing continuing in their zone defense. Smith to Aerosol in the left-hand wing this time. The hesitation, just putting his timing off. Charles with the offensive rebound. Aerosol's going to drive, kicks it to Jackman. Head fake, swings it to Okoronkwo. Okoronkwo. Nice idea, but he and Travis Charles not on the same page. Okoronkwo, Travis Charles heading for the boards, thinking Okoronkwo was going to put up the three. Taylor again down low on Aerosol. You've got to think that that's going to be a play they're going to go to all day. Crawford wide open inside for the easy short jump shot. 10-point lead now from Worthing Thunder. Interesting to see how Kestrels respond. First time they've really been put under any sustained pressure. Get out of here, says Max Richardson. All Jackman is blocked. And Travis Charles is fouled on the putback. Nice work by Max Richardson defensively there. First foul of the game called on Howard Crawford. Max Richardson leading all scorers with 10 at the moment. Crawford has 6 and Taylor has 2. Okoronkwo and Aerosol with 3. Well, in fact, Okoronkwo, Aerosol and Charles with 3 apiece. Charles up to 4 now. Taylor inbounds to Tom Ward on the point guard duties. He's been a switch up in the defending here. Aerosol now on Ward. Okoronkwo, slightly bigger, slightly stronger, defending Zaire Taylor. Richardson kicks it to Crawford, who's going to go to work against Travis Charles down low. Gets to the centre, left-hand finger roll, no good. Travis Charles saves it. Okoronkwo comes away with it to Jackman on the drive. Jackman kicks it to Aerosol. Jack Sunderland getting the hand in the lane, knocking the ball away. Taylor fronting Jackman in the post. Sunderland with the dig. There must be a spare man. Smith kicks it to Okoronkwo in the corner. Aerosol up top for the 3. No good. Smith can't get the rebound. Taylor with the box out. Richardson thinks about the 3, pulls it up. Taylor shoot the long 3. That's off right. Jackman with the defensive rebound. Aerosol, quick step, baseline for 2 is good. Screen from Crawford for Sunderland. Tom Ward off the pick on the other side. Pull up 2 is short. Jackman clears the boards. Okoronkwo open in the corner for the 3, no good. Travis Charles doing what he does best. Getting the offensive rebound. Max Richardson calls for the reach. First time out of the game. Kestrels with a little bit of a fight back. Clawing back that some of the 10-point deficit. Thunder leading 18-12 here at the Sports Complex. As we were saying before the game, Thunder sensing an opportunity here to topple the Kestrels for the first time this season in NBL competition. Kestrels, of course, having been knocked out of the BBL trophy by the Surrey Scorchers a week or so ago. They're placed in the final for the first piece of silverware of the season up for grabs in this game this afternoon. 3:43 remaining in the first. Thunder 18, Kestrels 12. So a 6-point deficit, interestingly enough. Kestrels having committed 3 turnovers compared to Worthing Thunder's 0. And Thunder converted all 3 of those turnovers. So they have it the secret of the game really so far. The difference certainly is the turnovers and Thunder's ability to capitalise on those errors. John Lashley into the game for the Kestrels as Travis Childs takes a rest. Smith in the corner for his first 3 attempt of the game is good. That'll calm Ian Smith down. A couple of early turnovers from him and an early foul. Richardson then low to Crawford. Crawford on Lashley. Crawford inside, kicks it out. Richardson fakes the pass, puts up the long 2. Is no good. Thunder with another chance. Then loads Crawford again. Kestrels coming away with the ball. Crawford slipping under the pressure from Lashley. John Lashley with the big step past Richardson and the layup for 2 off the break. Good work at both ends of the court from John Lashley for the Kestrels. Been a good fortune there for the Thunder. Zaya Taylor's pass knocked loose onto the backboard. Crawford picking it up, getting the putback for the 2. Right place, right time for Howard Crawford. Chapman thinks about the 3, pulls up, kicks it to Lashley. Kestrels, good ball movement. Arisol's going to penetrate from the key. Lashley from the foul line for the 2. Can't get the roll. Crawford's pass knocked out of bounds by Chapman. Substitution for Worthing and for Kestrels. Jack Sunderland going to the bench for Worthing. Ishmael Fontaine in for the first time, and Chris Scarlett comes into the game for Andre Arisol for the Kestrels. 3-point ball game now. Worthing Thunder 20, Kestrels 17. Fontaine defended by Smith. Lashley trying to front Howard Crawford. That could be a good matchup between the 2 bigs. Crawford spinning down low, up over the top of Lashley for the 2. Nice move from Howard Crawford. Not a lot Lashley could do on that occasion. Jackman, mid-range, thinks about the jumper, doesn't take it. Smith is going to drive. Left-hand layup too strong. Worthing on the offense. Tom Ward. Richardson in the corner. Fakes Jackman out the way. Pulls up for the 2. Smith clears the defensive boards and Kestrels are off. Okoronkwo. Scarlett's in the corner. Can he get the first one to go? No. Jackman tips it. Tom Ward controlling the loose ball. Tom Ward with the long 3 is just short. Rings out, giving Kestrels back possession. Scarlett, Okoronkwo. Shot clock ticking down for the Kestrels. 5 seconds on the clock. Okoronkwo's going to drive to the hole. Misses the layup, gets bailed out by a foul. Foul called on Howard Crawford. Crawford on 2 fouls is going to head to the bench. Dominic Ives checks in for him. Okoronkwo on the line. Coach O'Keefe taking the opportunity to just have a word with his players. So just over 31 seconds to go in this first quarter. The SSC in the first Lynch Trophy semi-final. Okoronkwo strings the second shot. 4-point game. as the first quarter comes towards the close. Worthing Thunder looking to extend their lead. No doubt Richardson or Ward looking for it, or even Ives looking for the three. Ward with the turnaround mid-range jumper is good. And Kestrels will have what should be the last shot of the quarter. Smith, Scarlett in the corner, gets it up, is fouled on the three. Shot's no good, but Chris Scarlett's going to go to the line for three free throw attempts. Crikey, try saying that one. First foul on Tom Ward. Got Scarlett on the line, 1.4 seconds remaining on the clock after these free shots. Makes the first. And the second. Can he make the third? Nice shooting for Scarlett. Taylor's going to put up the long bomb. No good. I think that would have made quite an impression on Kestrels, having suffered two buzzer beaters against Surrey, and then in the Reading game yesterday, a half-court buzzer beater at the end of the first half, and the Reading captain trimming the lead, as pointed out by the Reading commentators, from a 36 to just a 33-point lead in that game. Here at the SSC, we've got a real close game on our hands, a real competition, which is great to see. Thunder playing up to all of their potential. Score currently, Team Solent Kestrels 21, the visitors Worthing Thunder 24. Interestingly, Thunder seem to be a much more balanced team without, and much more in sync without Cameron Hildreth. Undoubtedly, Cameron Hildreth, a huge talent who's doing incredibly well at Surrey. But from the team perspective, Worthing Thunder seems to be much more in sync with one another. And certainly early on in the quarter, very, very patient, some fantastic team play, beautiful movement of the ball early on, which got them out into a 10-point lead at one point. The lead now 3, with Howard Crawford and Max Richardson both on 10 apiece for the Thunder. Tom Ward and Zaya Taylor with 2 apiece. So 4 people on the board, 4 players on the board for Thunder. Kestrels with 6 players on the board, so a more balanced scoring attack as you would perhaps expect. Ian Smith with 3, Okoronkwo 4, Arisol 5, Scarlett with those 3 free shots, John Lashley with 2, and Travis Charles with 4. Great to see such a close game here for the first of this afternoon's semi-finals. A real tight cut tie going on at the moment. Okoronkwo took out the blocks for the first score of the second quarter. 1-point ball game now. Good to see plenty of you on the live chat as well. Equal support between Thunder and Kestrels. That's good to see. Keep it coming. Ives going to put up the 3 from the wing. No good. Okoronkwo clears the boards. Chapman underneath. Strong move. Closely marked by Ives and Richardson. But without the size of Crawford in there, struggling to defend against the bigger Orland Chapman. Ives thinks about the 3. Richardson doesn't need any thinking to put up the 3. Ball bobbles over the backboard. Kestrel's possession. Kestrels into their first lead of the afternoon, 1 point ball game, 25-24. Scarlett in the corner for the three. It's good. Chris Scarlett spotting up. Dom Ives got to know that he's there. Got to get out to that shot quicker. Lashley and Ives going at it down low. Fontaine's going to drive on Scarlett. Richardson. Nice work by Jackman defensively. Fontaine drains the three in Chris Scarlett's face. Nice work, Ishmael Fontaine out on the wing. Lashley wide open inside, doesn't get the ball. Give it to him down low on the wing. Jackman in the high post. Lashley posting up Ives again. Had to be a foul. Referee calling it. Ives struggling to contain John Lashley. Wrapping him up early on that play. It's going to be Kestrel's possession end line. Aerosol, quick first step, nice work, Fontaine, baseline, Okoronkwo, back iron, can't get it to go, Jackman and nice work, John Lashley, Jackman and Lashley fighting for the board, Lashley coming up with it and getting the putback. Zaya Taylor, nice pass to Ives. Ives struggles to control it, but does get it to Tom Ward. Ward spins, fall away, no good. Lashley pulls down the defensive rebound. Okoronkwo putting the move on Ives. Can't get the shot to drop though. Ishmael Fontaine at pace finds Richardson inside for the two. Nice cut, Max Richardson. Nice find by Ishmael Fontaine. Blocking foul called on Ishmael Fontaine. Thunder looking for the push off. No go from the referee there. Substitutions, Travis Charles back in for Kestrels. Jack Sunderland into the game for Tom Ward for Thunder. Ian Smith coming in for Chris Scarlett. Aerosol, athleticism, can't get the shot to go. It's going to be called Thunderball. Max Richardson getting a poke in the face for his trouble. Kestrels coming with a bit of full court pressure in the second quarter. Aerosol defending Fontaine. Okoronkwo on Taylor down low. Taylor with the fadeaway is no good. Aerosol comes away with the ball. Interesting. No call from the referee there. Good defensive work by Thunder. Sunderland and Ishmael Fontaine double teaming Travis Charles in the low post. Thunder coming away with possession as a reward for their efforts. Okoronkwo putting the hard work in on Zaya Taylor defensively. Taylor puts up the three, gets it to drop. Zaya Taylor, probably one person you don't want to get angry. If he heats up, Kestrels are in a whole heap of trouble. Triple team on Jackman, must be somebody free. Smith is wide open for the three, can't get it to drop. Sunderland comes away with it to Taylor. Thinks about stepping into the three. Ives with the three is no good. Misses the 3-point shot and asks for the sub. He seems to be moving a bit gingerly. Jackman to Smith up high. Kicks it to Aerosol. Okoronquo to Aerosol. Loses control. The ball pings out of bounds off Ismail Fontaine. Bit of fortune for the Kestrels there. Just under halfway through this second quarter. Still a close game. Kestrels 30, Thunder 32. See this one go right the way down to the wire. So shot clock violation. Kestrels not recognising how long left to go on the out of bounds play. Shot clock violation. Kestrels. Possession goes to Worthing. Timeout called. 2-point game. Thunder 32. Kestrels 30. Richardson with 12. Crawford spent a significant amount of this quarter so far on the bench. Has 10 for the Thunder. Isaiah Taylor following on from that 3 has 5. Okoronquo and Scarlett with 6 apiece. For the Kestrels, Lashley and Charles on 4, Aerosol on 5, Smith on 3, Jackman on 2. Kestrels, you would think, would be pleased to see Jackman starting to make an impression on the scoring. That having been said, they do have 7 players on the board, as you would expect from the squad with the depth of talent that they have on the bench. So thank you to the 206 people that we currently have watching this live stream. Isaiah Taylor going to work inside. Good D by Jackman. Taylor hustling after the loose ball. Jackman way short on the 3. Just wondering if Isaiah Taylor got a little piece of that the referees didn't see. But top effort to get back on D by Isaiah Taylor. Richardson nowhere to go inside. Turns it over. Aerosol ahead to the streaky Okoronquo. Taylor blocks it off the boards. You'd think that would have had to have been called as basket interference. Referee not calling it. Sunderland misses the 3. That could have been a big 5-point swing there against Solent. As it is, it remains a 2-point game. Travis Charles down low against Richardson, overpowers him, strong on the shot. Ian Smith runs down the loose ball. Travis Charles again goes up over Sunderland, can't get that to go. Umpire Lester with the quick call on Aerosol. Stopping the break. Ward turns the corner. Fontaine, Richardson spots it up in the corner. 3 points are no good. Jackman wide open inside, screaming for the ball. Eventually has to come out the key to avoid the 3-second violation. Okoronquo gives it some spin, can't get it to go. Thunder have 3 on 2. Kestrel's back now in defence. Richardson thinks about pulling the trigger. Fontaine will pull the trigger on the 3. Back iron, Aerosol gets up the rebound. Telegraphing that pass side. Taylor with the easy interception. Kestrels not looking, last night, having played probably the best that I've seen them play this season so far. Struggling to find that same rhythm this afternoon against a determined and very efficient Worthing Thunder side. Sunderland nails the long two. And it's going to be timeout called by Team Solent Kestrels. 2:58 to go in the second quarter. Thunder dominating the Kestrels in a number of statistical areas, scoring 9 from turnovers against Kestrels 2, 18 in the paint as opposed to 12 for the Kestrels, and 7 points off the break as opposed to the Kestrels 4. Of course, Kestrels, as we were saying earlier, with that balanced scoring effort, they've got 10 off the bench as opposed to Thunder's 3. Thunder still scoring at an impressive 62% from 2-point range. Kestrels struggling, 35% from 2-point range. Smith turns the corner, swings it to Aerosol for the 3. He's short. Taylor, big rebound. Taylor getting the clear out, going to work it off for Onquo, gets to the middle, finds Crawford. Can't get that to go, too strong, gets his own rebound. He'll go again, gets to the middle, Lashley goes down, Crawford can't get it to go, gets up for the rebound. Lashley comes away with it, eventually Kestrel's coming away with the loose ball. Looking to push it, Smith will be wide open for the 3, nails it, Ian Smith. Two minutes to go in the half. Fontaine looking to reply, he's off the back iron. Smith knocks it loose, good hustle. But he gets... Ian Smith calls for the foul on the loose ball. That's his second foul. His second foul of the game. Very bemused Jack O'Keefe following on from that call. Sunderland with the shot clock running down, makes the 3. Good defensive work from Tom Ward, getting around the post up, knock away the entry pass. Aerosol long, Chris Scarlett gets the boards. Aerosol can't get it to drop again. Getting some good looks and certainly getting his fair share of shooting opportunities this afternoon. Isaiah Taylor one-on-one against Okoronkwo. Nice work from Brendan. Isaiah trying to push him off. Ward pulls up for the two. No good. Crawford, great work on the offensive boards, getting Worthing second shot opportunity. To Sunderland in the corner, he can't control it. Jackman loses it. Isaiah Taylor will use all his experience to slow things down. A technical foul called. Sunderland and Aerosol going head to head. Double technical called on both Andre Aerosol and Jack Sunderland. Temper's getting a little bit frayed here at the SSC with it being a tight game. Be interested to see how Kestrels respond to this, having trailed for most of the game here. Thunder currently with a 4-point lead, 33 to 37. The technical foul is going to see Andre Aerosol go to the bench. Elias Poorman going to check in, wearing some quite heavy strapping on his left hand. Kestrels, of course, without Elliot Dadge, Luke Gosney and Luke Bazumbru in this game. Taylor getting the tip on the offensive boards, can't get it to go. All of a sudden, the referees are calling a tighter game. Ismail Fontaine calls for the foul on the rebound there. Thunder give Howard Crawford a spell. Josh Goddard checks into the game, try and keep some of that size in the middle there for the Thunder. Foreman for the three with his first touch is no good. Jackman's going to have to get the shot off. Oh, can't get that to go. Kestrels with 2 bites of the cherry on the buzzer there. Can't get either to drop. So at the half, it's Worthing Thunder 37, Team Solent Kestrels 33 in the first of this afternoon's Lynch Trophy semi-finals. We're coming to you live from the SSC. We'll just have a quick run through some of the leaders, some of the scoring leaders for you. So we have leading point scorers so far. Max Richardson has 12, Hal Crawford 10 for the Thunder. Okoronkwo, Smith and Scarlett all have 6 for the Kestrels. Travis Charles leads all rebounders with 6. Orland Jackman has 5. Zaire Taylor, looking rejuvenated and well up for this game, has 5. He also has 7 assists to go with those 5 rebounds. And the story of the game very much early on, capitalisation by Thunder on Kestrel's turnovers, getting out on the break, being able to convert, and also matching them for points in the paint as well. So that'll do it from us here at Solent Sports Complex for the first half. We look forward to welcoming you back in 10 minutes or so for the second half of this thrilling, close encounter between Team Solent Kestrels and Worthing Thunder. Welcome back to Solent Sports Complex, everybody, for the second half of this Lynch Trophy semi-final. Both teams trying to book a place at the final and earn themselves first piece of silverware for the season. This first semi-final matchup between Team Solent Kestrels and the Worthing Thunder. And the story of the game so far is the Thunder are leading Solent Kestrels by 4 points in what's been a to and fro, or certainly very tight first half. Thunder having enjoyed a lead for the majority of that, at one point leading by as many as 10 points before Kestrels fighting back for a 1 point lead at one point in the start of the second quarter. And then Thunder settling down again, re-establishing themselves a slim 4 point lead. Thunder, as we said at the start of the game, certainly must have been fancying their chances coming into this one. Solent Kestrels with Luke Bazumbru, Luke Gosney, and even more importantly, missing the influential Elliot Dadds, who suffered a foot injury in last night's victory away against Reading Rockets. I think everybody would have been hoping for, or certainly all the Kestrels supporters would have been hoping for Kestrels to come out in the same manner and explode in the first quarter like they did last night. That wasn't to be the case. Worthing Thunder came out fully determined, came out into a quick lead, quick 10-2 lead it was at one point, on the back of some good, unselfish team play and some high percentage outside shooting from the perimeter from Max Richardson. Now Crawford has at times threatened to dominate inside, but perhaps they haven't quite been able to find him the ball as often as they would like. And Kestrel's certainly looking like a team that's played a high energy game the night before, struggling to find any rhythm and struggling to get into the groove that they had last night. Thunder able to get back into their zone relatively easily without Kestrels being able to get on the break. That's partially due to the high percentage that Thunder have been shooting. 66% from 2 point range, not affording Kestrels all of those defensive rebound opportunities to get up and down the floor with their pace. At the start of the second half, Kestrels back to their starting five. Smith, Okoronkwo, Aerosol, Jackman and Travis Charles. And Worthing Thunder back to their starting five as well. Jack Sunderland, Tom Ward, Max Richardson, Howard Crawford and Zaya Taylor, who seems to be rejuvenated as you would expect in a South Coast derby. Taylor defended by Okoronkwo. Two players will know one another very well from when Okoronkwo spent many years at the Thunder. Richardson goes to work down low, and Jackman, better D from Jackman, he comes away with the defensive boards. Finds Okoronkwo to Aerosol. Smith, he's going to take Richardson baseline, pull up for the two, can't get it to go. Richardson comes away with the defensive boards. Crawford down low in the post, one-on-one against Travis Charles. Nowhere to go with Jackman coming to help. Taylor again defended by Aerosol. That was quite easy going for Taylor in the first half. This time he's short on the shot. Taylor bigger and stronger than Aerosol, not to mention more experienced. Smith all the way. No call from the referee. Zaya Taylor with the loose ball. And Jackman comes away with it finally and is able to put it in for the two. Zaya Taylor getting no help from his teammates there as he endeavoured to keep control. Tom Ward shots off right, and Okoronkwo come away with the boards, looking to tie the game. Jackman backing down Richardson. Right hand off the boards is good from Orland Jackman, showing all of his experience. Game's all square at 37 all in the third. Great cup tie this, as you'd expect. And cup basketball, to and fro, both sides doing their utmost to come away with the win. Zaya Taylor losing out of bounds on that occasion. Travis Charles faces up to Crawford with the mid-range two. Can't get it to go. Okoronkwo with the tip. Gets it to drop. Crawford, big screen on Aerosol for Tom Ward there. Ward high off the glass. Chapman comes away with the board. So Okoronkwo on the break. He goes to the left hand for the score. Richardson can't do anything about it. He'd have needed to have fouled. It would probably been called unsportsmanlike, being the last man back. And Kestrels out now to a 4-point lead. Quick start for the Kestrels at the start of the third. Kestrels coming the quicker out of the blocks at the start of the second half. Desperately slow at the start of the game. Almost a reversal at the very start of the game. Thunder coming out more slowly, looking at a bit of a loss. Kestrels coming out with more intensity, getting out on the break. Certainly what Coach O'Keefe would have been saying to them at the half. Come on, guys. You need to refine that energy from yesterday to get out on the break and push them at the push Thunder at the defensive end. Zaire Taylor's played all of the games so far, so it'll be interesting to see how he continues to shape up as Sunderland nails the three from the wing to get Thunder right back in it. 1 point ball game, 1 point lead for the Kestrels. Smith, good D from Sunderland. Aerosol fakes the three, double team by Richardson and Ward, gives it up. Travis Charles, shot clock running down. 5-5 on the clock. Okoronkwo. Sunderland dives on the loose ball. Great defensive work from Thunder. Aerosol gets back at the other end to steal it back. Kestrels looks to push it back. And Jackman's going to be keen for the travelling violation. As Zaire Taylor gets good defensive position with the help of the sideline to cut him off. Smart play by Zaire Taylor, as you would expect. Clear out for Taylor behind the back pass to Crawford, dumps it inside to Richardson, gets the two to go. Zaire Taylor coming with a bit of razzle-dazzle amongst all of the pressure. You have to say, Zaire, one of those players who absolutely thrives the bigger the occasion. Although that time he's going to be called for the reach. Okoronkwo on the penetration. Zaire Taylor's going to be called for the reach. It's going to be 2 shots for Brendan Okoronkwo. Zaire Taylor's second foul of the game. Joining Jack Sunderland and Howard Crawford on 2. Ian Smith and Andre Aerosol both have 2 fouls for the Kestrels. Kestrels showing a little bit of ball pressure. Screen from Crawford for Tom Ward, loses his man, pulls up for the 2 from the elbow. It's good. Nice work from Howard Crawford there. Offensively, Taylor comes up with a steal from Okoronkwo. Kestrels can ill afford this. Sunderland pulls the trigger Okoronkwo looking like he'd stepped out of bounds. No call from the referee. Smith, Taylor with the reach, Sunderland with the reach. Smith gets to the basket for the easy right-hand layup. Typical slash from Ian Smith, getting to the bucket on the drive. Become more and more a part of his game this year. He struggled from downtown. Crawford from the foul line. No such problems for Howard Crawford for two. Ian Max Richardson dominating the scoring for the Kestrels as Thunder set up in a 3-2 zone. Leaving Arisol wide open on the wing, is wide right. Kestrels knock it loose. Smith thinks about the three. Finds Jackman underneath. Nice pass from Ian Smith. Jackman's fouled on the two. Can't get it to drop, but he'll go to the line and shoot the two. Substitutions for Kestrels. An unusually quiet Travis Charles will go to the bench. Thunder doing a good job on him defensively so far. And John Lashley back into the game. Jackman short off the front rim. Makes the second. Crawford going to work on the inside. Nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Taylor for the long three. Front rim, no good. Tom Ward pulls it down. Sunderland will have another three. Sunderland nails another triple from that 45 degree on the right wing. Arisol downtown for three. Can't get it to go. Crawford. Smith, no real chance of getting that one up against Howard Crawford. Good to see we've got 254 people online watching the YouTube feed on the Basketball England YouTube channel now. Arisol can't get it to drop. Chapman going up. Chapman can't get it to go under pressure from Richardson. It'll be Kestrel's ball end line. Good to see so many of you urging your teams on. Just a shame that for such a close game we still can't have fans in here at the SSC. It's going to be timeout Worthing Thunder. Not long now though, hopefully, before we're all able to get out and see some live basketball. Kestrels continuing to struggle from two-point land, shooting just 33%. Worthing Thunder shooting 40%. Andre Arisol and Tom Ward both having painful games from the field. Arisol 2 from 13, Tom Ward 2 from 10. Arisol's also 1 from 6 from three-point land. Sorry, beg your pardon, 1 from 7 from three-point land. Tom Ward 0 from 3. Jack Sunderland shooting 60% from three-point territory on his 3 from 5. He's certainly come alive in the second half. Kestrel's ball on Thunder's baseline. Scarlett coming off the curl cut inside to Jackman. Has it taken away by Crawford. Finds Sunderland. Fontaine into the game for the Thunder. Zaya Taylor's going to go to the rack against Chris Scarlett. No foul call. Okoronkwo comes away with the ball. Okoronkwo to Scarlett, kicks it to Smith in the corner for the three. Strings it for the Kestrels. The Kestrels managed to turn the ball over. Smith against Smith. Going against Ishmael Fontaine. Will commit the foul on the drive. Smith will go to the line to try and break the tie. 49 apiece here at the SSC in this first Lynch Trophy semi-final. In the other semi-final, Thames Valley Cavaliers and Loughborough. Early doors, Thames Valley Cavaliers leading 8 points to 4. 6:32 to go in the first quarter there. Here at the SSC, it's Kestrels 51, Thunder 49. 3 minutes to go in the third. Richardson kicks it to Taylor, puts up the three under pressure from Okoronkwo, who's going to be called for the foul right in front of crew chief Tim Brown. Zaya will go to the line and shoot those 3 free throws. Zaya makes the first, short on the second. Looking to tie the game with his third foul shot. Strings the third one. Smith with possession for the Kestrels. Scarlett defended by Tom Ward on the perimeter. Pick and roll, John Lashley. Smith pulls up for the two, short. Taylor gets the ball, looks up court. No runners for the Thunder. Ward pulls up for the three, is long. Okoronkwo comes away with it. Okoronkwo gets to the paint, can't get it to go. Crawford. Oh, Okoronkwo, good work there. Taking off from out of bounds, though, so it'll be Thunder ball. And Dominic Ives is going to come in for Howard Crawford. Taylor finds Ives for an easy score. Kestrels defense going to sleep there. Smith and Jackman. Smith's going to drive, goes to the left-hand finger roll. It's good. Spectacular move from Ian Smith getting to the rack. Making the shot, he's going to shoot the bonus. Foul's going to be called against Max Richardson. He goes to 2 fouls. So that's Richardson, Fontaine, Sunderland, Taylor on 2. Howard Crawford on the bench on 3. Ishmael Fontaine heads to the bench. Sunderland pulls the trigger on yet another 3. Ian Smith's going to be called for the clear out on the defensive rebound against the bigger Tom Ward. Thunder back into a 1-point lead, 55-54. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter here. Shaping up to be an absolute classic here at the SSC. Closest game that Kestrels have been involved in, certainly over the last season and a half, as Chris Scarlett makes it from downtown from the 45-degree. 57 Kestrels, 55, 120 to go in the third. Isaiah Taylor spinning, hesitating, trying to get himself open, finds Dom Ives. Tom Ward, shot clock running down, shot is short, but Ives is going to chase it down and retain possession for the Thunder. Thunder just quicker to the ball here at the moment. Richardson kicks it to Isaiah Taylor, drains the three in Ian Smith's face into the last minute. Thunder by one. Smith to the rack with a pull-up floater, can't get it to go. From Ward, Sunderland finds Ives. They're going to get it into the hands of Taylor. Ward, Ives is going to shoot the three long, but nobody rebounding it for Kestrels. Ives is going to shoot the three again, strings it. Dom Ives looking like he's playing on one leg, but makes the three, extends the lead to 4 for the Thunder with 10 seconds to go in the third. Smith, Okoronkwo, wide open. Can he nail it? No. Ward comes away with it. He's way short on the Hail Mary. That'll do it for the end of the third. Worthing Thunder leading here at the SSC. Kestrels 57, Thunder 61. Shaping up to be in a huge fourth quarter here at the SSC. Can Kestrels hang on to their 2-year unbeaten record against NBL competition? Or is this going to see them go to their first defeat? They're still undefeated, of course, in the league. Been knocked out of the BBL trophy by a Surrey Scorchers team that, in all honesty, were too big and too strong on the night. And Thunder sensing their opportunity here against an injury-stricken Solent Kestrels team, who have also played a very high-tempo game against Reading Rockets yesterday evening, running out convincing winners in that game. And Worthing Thunder not having played yesterday, so plenty of rest in their legs. TSK defeating Reading 95-68 yesterday evening. Struggling here today at the SSC. They're down 61-57 against an energetic and keyed in Worthing Thunder side. Looks like the Thames Valley game, Thames Valley Loughborough second semi-final, is going to be equally as tight. Thames Valley now down by 2, 16-18 against Loughborough. 3.5 to go there at Thames Valley. Here we go then, final quarter of this Lynch Trophy semi-final between Team Solent Kestrels and Worthing Thunder. Who's going to make it through? Who's going to be the first team to punch their ticket to the final? Plenty of support on the live chat on YouTube for Worthing Thunder. Aerosol, Kestrels having first possession of this final quarter. Aerosol on the drive to the bucket, goes to the left hand, basket is good. The Scarlet defending Jack Sunderland goes one way, then the other. Ward, flanked by Aerosol. Lashley, defending Crawford, loses the handle, gets it back. Ward, pull up 2, short. Jackman boxes out and gets up for the defensive board. That's a better start for the Kestrels on the defensive glass. Jackman has it knocked away on a spin by Ward. Ward's going to give it to Sunderland. Back to Ward is no good. Thunder with 2 on 1 for a moment there. Aerosol swings it to Okoronkwo. Okoronkwo's going to go baseline, up and under. Can't get that to go. Jackman knocks it loose. Good hustle. Okoronkwo in the corner for the 3 is wide. Jackman gets it on the offensive glass. Can't get that to go. No call by the referee. Both all the bodies going at it under the basket there. Referee's letting them play. It'll be interesting to see whether that continues in the 4th quarter. Zaire pulls up for the 3, short. Lashley pulls it up and he'll slow it down and gets it to Aerosol. Lashley gets it back on the bounce pass from Aerosol, and John Lashley under pressure from Crawford gets the 2 to drop. He's going to go to the line to shoot the bonus. Jackman's going to come out of the game for the Kestrels. Travis Charles anxious to get back in. That will be Howard Crawford's 4th foul, looking like he's going to stay in the game at the moment as Zaire Taylor takes his first rest of the game. Scores are tied, 61 all. Lashley on the line, trying to make the bonus. Basket's good. 62-61 now. Ian Smith, 16 for the Kestrels. Okoronkwo has 12, and for the Thunder, Richardson has 16. Hal Crawford has 12, but Hal Crawford playing on 4 fouls. Looking like Thunder going to keep him in as long as they can. Ward defended by Aerosol. Pull up, gets it to Crawford. Short 2 is good. Lashley, big first step on the baseline. He's going to Tom Ward. Nice first step by Lashley. Tom Ward committing the foul. Ian Smith back into the game for the Kestrels. Brendan Okoronkwo is going to take a seat. The end line ball to the Kestrels. Smith's going to inbound it. Kestrels looking out of sync on the inbound play. Shot clock running down. Smith going to put up the 3 is good from Ian Smith. Kestrels, number of players who can come up clutch down the stretch. Ian Smith, last year's NBL MVP. Travis Charles, handoff from Fontaine to Howard Crawford. Nice play from the Thunder. Of course, Richardson coming into the Thunder lineup. Can he get into his shooting stride in this final quarter as Ian Smith makes another 2? For Scarlett almost managing to break up that play. Smith comes away with the steal, gives it to Aerosol. Tom Ward's going to put him under pressure. Enough pressure to put him off the layup. But Aerosol's difficult night continues as Fontaine gets knocked over on the 3 by John Lashley. Umpire Perkins. In fact, it was a 2 attempt according to Umpire Perkins. Foot was on the line. Fontaine short on the first of the free throws. Gets the second, gets the friendly roll. Isaiah Taylor's had enough of sitting on the bench. He says, get me back in the game. As you would expect from the Thunder, as we all know over the last few years in the NBL with Thunder, but previous to that in his BBL career, Isaiah Taylor capable of taking any game by the scruff of the neck and dominating. And Worthing Thunder are going to need all of his experience down the stretch here as Smith gets to the basket for another two. He's quickly up to 23 now on the back of a scoring run in this fourth quarter. Kestrels by 3. Just over 6 minutes remaining in this quarter. Tom Ward, Smith putting him under pressure. And again, Taylor, double team on Taylor. Kicks it to Sunderland. Ward hesitates, puts up the 3. Gets the measure of it and nails it. Tom Ward calm under the pressure as Chris Scarlett comes charging out to defend the shot. Jack Sunderland calls for the bump on Ian Smith. Sideline ball. Worthing Thunder's third team foul of the quarter. Jack Sunderland's third personal foul. Lashley gets to the centre. Nice play. John Lashley gets to the lane, goes for the jump hook. He's good. John Lashley, 3-point ball game. Ward pull up 2 on the way. Can't get the roll. And Smith clears the glass for the Kestrels. Lashley posting up Richardson down low. Hand off to Smith. Smith pull up medium range 2 is good. Thunder calling for the timeout. Not getting it. Ward coming away. Isaiah Taylor down low with Aerosol defending him. Kicks it all the way across court to Sunderland. Sunderland to Ward. Richardson thinks about the 3, does take the 3, strings it. With the shot clock running down. 1-point ball game. Kestrels 73, Thunder 72 at the SSC. What a game we've got in our hands here in the first of these 2 semi-finals. Travis Charles, no good. Sunderland gets back and clears the boards. Nice pass from Taylor to Crawford. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And it's going to be timeout called. Thunder now with the 1-point lead. 74. Kestrels 73. What a game we've got here at the SSC. My pleasure to be bringing it to you from a commentary perspective here from the SSC. Amazing to be involved in such a tight game. Tightest game we've had so far, in a long time here at the Solent Sports Complex. 4:20 to go. Ian Smith leading all scorers with 25. Max Richardson has 19. Crawford has 18. Both of them for the Thunder. Okoronkwo has 12 for the Kestrels. In terms of foul trouble, Thunder, Hal Crawford has 4. Jack Sunderland has 3. Richardson, Fontaine, Taylor and Ward on 2 fouls for the Kestrels. Ian Smith has 3. Aerosol has 2. Okoronkwo and Lashley have 1 apiece. Test of nerves here coming into the last part of the game. Who can hold their nerve? Who can stick together as a team under the pressure and come away with the win? Here we go. Hold on tight, ladies and gentlemen. Strap yourselves in for the last 4 minutes of this first semi-final. Smith, defended by Taylor, kicks it to Okoronkwo. Jackman's going to put up the three. Can't even draw iron. And the ball's knocked out of bounds by Smith. Kestrels coming full court. Just trying not to let Thunder get into any kind of rhythm offensively. Taylor, Okoronkwo on him out on the wing. Taylor finds Ward for the long two. Nice soft touch, Tom Ward. Taylor ties up Lashley down low. It's going to be a held ball. And it's going to be Thunder possession. Isaiah Taylor so good in coming and helping in that double and triple team. Travis Charles is going to check back into the game. John Lashley is going to go to the bench. John Lashley, another strong contribution this afternoon. Isaiah Taylor just taking a minute to draw a bit of extra breath and tie his shoelaces. Richardson against Jackman. Loses Jackman, pulls up for the two, can't get it to go. Tom Ward contests it. Last touch by Tom Ward out of bounds. It's going to be Kestrels' ball. Kestrels trailing by 3 now. Kestrels 73, Thunder 76. 3 minutes 20 to go. Ian Smith progressing the ball as far as he can down court without the clock starting. Okoronkwo is looking to go strong. Quick whistle there on the drive. Foul called on Max Richardson. His third of the game. And Thunder's 4th team foul. The team foul situation now for Thunder coming in 3 minutes 14 to go. Kestrels are going to go to the line every time there's a foul. And that's going to be a shooting foul anyway. Again, Richardson with 2 quick fouls. He'll go to 4 fouls. More importantly, Orland Jackman will go to the line to shoot 2 to try and reduce this deficit further. Sort of hear a pin drop here in the SSC of Jackman on the line for those 2 compared to the atmosphere that we had earlier on in the game. It's been an amazing atmosphere here, considering that there's no supporters whatsoever. It's just the 2 benches really getting behind each of their teams and all of their players. Jackman making both of those twos. Both of those free throws, I beg your pardon. It's a 1-point ball game. 3 minutes to go in this final quarter. Who's going to get to the final? Will it be Thunder? Will it be the Kestrels? Taylor, fall away is no good. Smith tips it to Jackman. Jackman's going to come away with it 3-on-2 for the Kestrels. Smith's going to go to the basket. He's fouled by Jack Sunderland. Smith's going to go for the line and shoot 2. Crawford pull up 2 on the baseline is no good. Jackman with the rebound. 2.5 to go now. Scores are tied, 76 all. Smith open for the three, thinks about it, kicks it to Aerosol. He'll shoot it. No good. Continuing the run of the tough afternoon that Aerosol's endured from downtown. Taylor with a chance to open up a gap. He's defended by Okoronkwo. He'll get to the middle, gets it stolen by Okoronkwo. Taylor struggling to get back. And Taylor's going to be called for the foul for the reach. Into the last 2 minutes of the game, and Okoronkwo is going to be on the line shooting two. Okoronkwo knocks down the first. And he makes the second. Cool head from Brendan Okoronkwo. And Isaiah Taylor having a chat about it. He could have actually, if he'd could potentially got steal as Thunder nearly turned it over. Nice find from Ward to Richardson for the mid-range two. Score still tied, 78 apiece, 1.5 to go here in the fourth quarter at the SSC in this Lynch Trophy semi-final. What a game we've had here this afternoon. Okoronkwo is going to go baseline. Crawford gets there. Aerosol just manages to keep possession. Okoronkwo in the corner, can't get it to go. Ward runs it down. Richardson pull up on the elbow is good. Thunder out into the lead, 2-point lead, 80 to 78. Aerosol thinks about the three, steps inside the line for the two, rims out. Jackman gets it inside. He's going to go up for the two. Can't get it to go, but it's fouled by Richardson. 46 seconds remaining. Kestrels 78, Thunder 80. All and Jackman on the line shooting two. Max Richardson's fouled out of the game with 23 points. Good offensive performance from Max Richardson. Richardson fouling out, 23 points. 2 rebounds. 3 turnovers, 1 block. Jackman on the line looking to tie it up with 46 seconds remaining. Basket is good. Substitutions, Dom Ives go to the bench. Ishmael Fontaine. Not allowed to have the substitution. Dom Ives seemingly limping. Have to stay in the game. What a game. It's all going on there. Wanting substitutions. Referees not allowing it. Coaches getting really animated. It's going to be Thunder ball baseline into the safe hands of Zaire Taylor. He's defended by Okoronkwo. Gets it over the half court and steps out of bounds. Good pressure, Brendan Okoronkwo. A timeout called. Solent Kestrels, 38.2 seconds remaining. 80 apiece here at the SSC. What a game. In the other semi-final, Loughborough pulled out to a 10-point lead, 39 to 29, with just over 4 minutes remaining in the half there. Let's hope they have as close a game for everybody out there. All of you that are going to be switching channels at the end of this game and picking that game up on the Basketball England YouTube channel. Hope it's as good a game, hope it's as much of a thriller as the game that we're in the middle of here at Solent Sports Complex. 80 apiece between the Kestrels and the Thunder. Ian Smith leading all point scorers with 26. Max Richardson was the leading scorer for the Thunder with 23, but he's fouled out. Chapman with 14 rebounds. He's on a double-double to go with 14 rebounds to go with his 11 points. Zaire Taylor's on a double-double on the back of 10 points and a massive 12 assists. Tom Ward has 9 assists. Normally you're looking at Kestrels dominating that assist column, but not today. Just kind of sums up some of the reasons why the game's as close as it is. Kestrels possession. Just over half a minute remaining here at the SSC. Scores are tied. Smith quite happy to run the clock down here by the looks of it. They're going to look to get the score. Smith's going to drive against Crawford, pulls it out, gets it inside to Travis Charles. He's going to pull up for the 2. It's no good. Bit of a rush shot. Bang it off the board. Aerosol for the 3. Short. So Chapman gets the possession. Kestrels still with the last shot. 5, 4, 3. 3 seconds go. Aerosol for the game. Yes! Andre Aerosol! As the buzzer goes right on the buzzer. Andre Aerosol, what a play! Team Solent Kestrels with the semi-final victory. What scenes here at the SSC! Amazing game. What a fantastic match here at the Solent Sports Complex. Worthing Thunder, what a game. What a performance from the Thunder. Coming back, what a comeback from Team Solent Kestrels. 10 points down, the hardest that they've been pushed all season. Neither team really deserving to lose this one. One team has to lose. And unfortunately today it was the Worthing Thunder. Andre Aerosol's had a torrid afternoon from the field. But he's the man that's come up trumps as they enjoy a celebratory team photo on the baseline. Kestrels, tired from last night's game, 3 players out with injury, managed to hang on somehow for the win against a really determined Worthing Thunder outfit. What a game here we've had at the SSC, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Ian Smith finished with 26 points as the top scorer for Solent. Max Richardson, 23 for the Thunder. Orlan Jackman, 15 boards for Team Solent Kestrels. Zaire Taylor, 12 assists. Tom Ward, 9 assists for the Thunder. I'm out of breath, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a fantastic afternoon. Thank you very, very much indeed for watching. Congratulations to Team Solent Kestrels on punching their ticket for the final. Commiserations to Worthing Thunder and congratulations as well to them for their performance. What a performance, what a fight they put up this afternoon. What a game we've had here at the SSC. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, stay healthy, and we look forward to welcoming you back to the Basketball England YouTube channel soon. And of course, good luck to Thames Valley and Loughborough, and we'll see you back here at the SSC next week as Team Solent Kestrels match up yet again with Hemel Storm. Thank you very much indeed, and good evening.